Hello, Birds fans, and welcome to the show. The past 31 weeks have seemed like an eternity, but Thursday night, your Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles kick off the 2025 season in style. The Super Bowl banner will be rolled out before they take on our most hated rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. How fitting, we get to show Jerry and them boys what a championship banner looks like. It's been a minute. The excitement is palpable, and you know that the link will be lit. It's time for my breakdown. The long-awaited 2025 season is upon us, and there's great anticipation and expectation. The lowering of the Super Bowl 59 banner at the link, the excitement of a new season, the title defense, and another new offensive coordinator for our Super Bowl MVP quarterback. The new-look defense with 4 new starters. Before I get started on the head coach and the players, I'd be remiss if I didn't give Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman their just due. In 2003, Jeffrey was quoted as stating that the Eagles organization were kind of the gold standard of what every other franchise aspired to be. Well, there's little doubt that that statement has come to fruition. With Jeffrey's financial commitment to winning and Howie's savvy maneuvering of the salary cap, draft capital, and player acquisitions, the Eagles are 2-1 in Super Bowls over the last 8 seasons. And this team is built to be Super Bowl contenders for at least the next 2 to 3 years. Let's start with head coach Nick Sirianni. The thing that most impresses me with Nick is his maturity last season. Things got rocky through the first quarter of last season, but he righted the ship, and most important, he maintained the players' belief in his plan. As a head coach, player buy-in is all that really matters. The lightning rod of this team is quarterback Jalen Hurts. He's had his detractors locally and nationally, and I find it somewhat irritating that even after winning the championship and taking home MVP honors, he still has his haters and prognosticators. All this guy does is win. Overall, he boasts a 46-20 record and a 6-3 record in the playoffs, with 2 trips to the Super Bowl and a Super Bowl victory in his first 5 years in the National Football League. Why do so many look for ways to discredit his accomplishments rather than celebrate them? But I digress. The entire offense returns intact, with the exception of Mekhi Becton at right guard, who Tyler Steen steps in for now to replace. NFL Offensive Player of the Year and 2025 rushing leader Saquon Barkley will look to pick up where he left off last season. With the acquisition of A.J. Dillon and the rise of Will Shipley, the Birds should be more than solid at the running back position, and maybe even look to lighten Barkley's load a bit. With star wide receivers A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, along with Jahan Dotson, and the addition of Mekhi Becton and camp surprise Darius Cooper, tight ends Dallas Goedert and Grant Calcaterra, I expect for this unit to be as explosive as it was last year, if not more. Teams will no doubt try to implement the Chiefs' blueprint in the Super Bowl for slowing down Saquon Barkley. But number one has more than proven that when he has to get the job done, he's more than capable of doing so. Kevin Patullo steps in as the new OC, but I don't see much of a change from how they operated last year. Patullo was an in-house promotion. The defensive side of the ball will be the unit to watch. With 4 new starters, DC Vic Fangio will have his work cut out for himself, getting the youngest defense in the National Football League up to snuff in short order. Jalen Carter is the centerpiece, one of the most dominant players in the National Football League, and a 25-pound lighter Jordan Davis, motivated in the final year of his deal, should up his game as well. Moro Ojomo, in my opinion, is set for a breakout season after coming on strong the latter part of last year, and with the addition of 4th-round draft pick Ty Robinson, the Birds should be solid at defensive end. On the edges, look for Nolan Smith to level up after a breakout season last year, and Jelix Hunt seems ready to step in for the departed Josh Sweat, and with the addition of Ibu Okonkwo, Azeez Ojulari, and Josh Uche, this unit should be solid. I'm excited about the linebacker position more than any other position. All-Pro Zach Bond is back in the fold after a stellar year, and with Nakobe Dean on the mend, 1st-round draft pick Jahad Campbell steps in opposite of Bond. His athleticism and versatility has me excited about that tandem. The only question is how quickly can he digest the defense? The good thing is once Dean returns and add in second-year linebacker Jeremiah Trotter, Competition for playing time should force the cream to rise to the top for this group. My biggest concern defensively is the secondary, particularly the cornerback opposite Quinyon Mitchell. It seems that Adoree Jackson has won the job over Kelee Ringo, but the acquisition of Jacorian Bennett late in camp signals that Fangio is not necessarily 100% sold on Jackson either. The fact that rookie sensation Cooper DeJean was looked at all over the secondary, in the slot, at safety, and on the outside, leads me to think that questions also remain as to who will partner on the back end with Reed Blankenship. Sidney Brown is penciled in as starter, but the second-round draft pick Andrew McCougal flashed brilliance throughout training camp and the preseason. I have supreme confidence that Vic Fangio will pull this defense together, and it may be a little bit rocky out the gate, but like last year, by week 5 or 6, they should figure it out. In the kicking game, Jake Elliott and Braden Mann are the least of our concerns. That's my breakdown. After this, Dallas Cowboys Hall of Fame running back and the NFL's all-time leading rusher, Emmitt Smith, joins us to shed some light on what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys.
I know what you're thinking. Total glow up. What's her secret? Fine, I'll spill. I totally upgraded with Verizon. Everyone gets a free phone with any plan, even if you're already a customer, like me. Now I have Google Gemini. It's like a little glam squad in my pocket. Gemini, what eye makeup goes with this lipstick?
I'd suggest a classic cat eye.
Wow, setting the bar high for daycare pickup. Get in on this.
If you understand that success is built on trusted relationships and dependable performance, Mid-Penn Bank is the right bank for you. We're on a mission to prove that the right bankers can make a big difference. We work harder, we get things done, and we're in your corner. With financial centers strategically located throughout the greater Philadelphia region and new locations in central New Jersey, we're ready to bring you the best in commercial and personal banking. Call or visit us today to connect with a professional Mid-Penn banker. Member FDIC. Go Eagles!
At Revolution X, we know that fortunes are made in times of uncertainty. Are you selling your investment real estate? Are you interested in deferring your tax with a 1031 exchange? At RevX, we're experts in 1031 exchange planning and the use of passive real estate options using DSTs. Not in the midst of an exchange and want to invest in real estate but don't know where to start? Revolution X has institutional-grade real estate options for any size investor right now. Set up a consultation at RevXWealth.com. RevX, defer the tax, maximize the gain.
Gentlemen, are you ready for a wardrobe update? Introducing Divine Nine's Custom Menswear, your clothier for truly unique, custom-made threads. With Divine Nine, you can design your own one-of-a-kind suit, jacket, slacks, shirts, golf pants, and shorts, perfectly handcrafted by our skilled artisans who will bring your vision to life. Prepare to stand out from the crowd with Divine Nine's Custom Clothier, official clothier of Seth Joyner. Custom clothing made for you.
Since 1893, Weber Display and Packaging has been Pennsylvania's leading manufacturer of corrugated packaging and displays. We're family owned with 4 Philadelphia locations, 2 converting facilities, a warehouse, and a fulfillment center. Designed through delivery, we exceed customer needs. Weber Display and Packaging, our core values drive everything we do. Come join our team. This segment is brought to you by Verizon Communications. Welcome back. Joining me now, Dallas Cowboys and NFL great number 22, Emmitt Smith. For sure, one thing is for sure, Jerry always keeps things interesting surrounding his Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, he does, man. I mean, hey, if you saw anything on the Netflix special, he said that one time Jimmy got fired or something, and he came home and his wife was laying in the bed looking up at the ceiling and said something to Jerry of this effect: "Jerry, you always find a way to mess things up."
Well, as far as that's concerned, of course, the hot topic, in Dallas right now is the Micah Parsons trade.
Yeah.
What's the temperature and what's going on around the city as far as the team is concerned after this move?
Well, I think the verdict is still out. I think the temperature is pretty hot here in terms of people feeling like Jared did something again that he shouldn't have done. And trying to justify it through the picks and so forth. A lot of us, for me, looking at it from a football perspective, if he was going to make this move with Michael Parsons in terms of a trade, I would have preferred he did it before the draft so we could have utilized those picks and leveraged those picks going forward this year so we can help the team become better. And so right now we're looking like we have some holes that was not filled and even a bigger gap now that's lost without having that edge rusher like a Michael Parsons. So I think people are a little bit of perplexed about the decision. A lot of folks are still upset, period, no matter what. They just see that they're just frustrated because of the last 30 some odd years. It appears that the Cowboys, from an ownership standpoint, is not focusing on putting winning product on the football field and competing deep into the playoff versus giving people the illusion that they are building a winning organization.
Well, listen, this year, you got Dak back under center after the hamstring issue last year. You guys picked up George Pickens. That was a major get. But the rushing attack, your forte, is still a concern. How does this offensive level up, from last year without a rushing attack?
Well, that's going to be the hardest question. I mean, to me, without having a running attack, it leaves Dak very vulnerable. And it makes it very hard for coordinators, in my opinion, to call plays. You just cannot. First of all, people have to realize that there are different levels and different skill set and different talented individuals. Patrick Mahomes is one talented individual that's a once in a lifetime kind of a talent, if you find it. In terms of when you look at him and you look at Tom Brady, you look at guys like that, guys that have very high cerebral thinking way of competing with Patrick. He has a very lively arm, can throw from all kinds of angles, move around fairly good. But Tom Brady was a student of the game, smart, and knew how to get the ball out of his hand, knew where to throw the ball to just to get out of his hand quick. And some of these guys are still learning how to play a position, even though they're quote unquote superstars in the National League right now. But the Cowboys have to do things to help Dak Prescott become a better quarterback. And the best way to do that is to shore up your running game, to give your quarterback time to not only recover, but also to take the pressure off of him, CeeDee Lamb, in the passing attack. When you think back to the 90s, that's how the team was built. When you first bought the organization, the team was built that way. It was built off of balance. And I don't care if you say these kids don't have what we used to have, meaning the toughness that the era which we played in. They may not be that tough, but you got some guys that can run the rock. And you're not giving them a chance to run the rock because, as we say, the National Football League is a copycat league. They want to build everything like a Patrick Mahomes, or they're trying to build a Tom Brady. That's why you got Josh Allen. That's why you have the kid out of San Diego. They got all these different quarterbacks that's supposed to be these great guys and great quarterbacks, but they're not as efficient as they need to be.
All right, so the Dallas defense, has a lot of talent. There's no getting around that. But with the departure of DeMarcus Lawrence in free agency in the offseason and now the Micah move, how does the Dallas Cowboys compensate for the loss of arguably their two best players?
Bro, I don't know. That's a great question. I mean, my biggest concern is I'm not worried about the secondary. Well, maybe I should be because we don't have the pressure on the quarterback like we used to. If we don't have the pressure on the quarterback, that leaves the run game more exposed. The run game is more exposed, which we had problems in the past of stopping the run anyway. The Cowboys are going to show something very drastically to surprise me. Right now, I'm not expecting us to be a very good run defense. And I think some of our secondary will be caught on the island and getting exposed a little bit more than they are accustomed to.
Well, listen, man, before I let you go, I need a prediction. And I know where it's going, but, I need it anyway.
I got to stay loyal. I got to stay loyal. I mean, this is a big week, but although Philly has all the tools to go back to the Super Bowl, not only go back to the Super Bowl, but to beat the Dallas Cowboys this week, That team is fairly balanced. Still have some of the key ingredients in place, except for coordinators. One thing about that can give us an edge is new coordinators and new thought processes and new ways of calling plays. That can give us a little bit of an edge. However, at the end of the day, I got to see how all of the Dallas Cowboys changes impact our team, and I won't know that until they play in the game. Preseason is one thing, but in regular season, it's a whole nother game.
So you don't have a prediction for Thursday night?
No. Well, I got one, but it ain't gonna be a good one.
All good, my friend. Hey, listen, man, it's always good to talk Eagles and Cowboys, especially ahead of Thursday night's matchup. I appreciate your time, my brother.
No, man. Good luck to the Eagles, and let's go, boys.
All righty. Coming up next, betting guru Brad Feinberg is here to kick off the 2025 betting season.
There's a number on the screen.
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 There is a number on the screen.
There's a number on the screen.
There's a number on the screen. There's a number on the screen.
Pride, passion, and persistence. These are the values that drive us all at Ron Jaworski Golf. We strive to deliver outstanding conditions as well as playability for golfers of all ages and abilities. Our championship golf courses offer a variety of challenges from a link-style walk along the river to an escape into the pines and everything in between. My team at Ron Jaworski Golf is committed to delivering memorable experiences every single day. See all we do at ronjaworskigolf.com.
Since 1893, Weber Display and Packaging has been Pennsylvania's leading manufacturer of corrugated packaging and displays. We're family owned with 4 Philadelphia locations, 2 converting facilities, a warehouse, and a fulfillment center. Designed through delivery, we exceed customer needs. Weber Display and Packaging. Our core values drive everything we do. Come join our team.
I know what you're thinking. Total glow up. What's her secret? Fine, I'll spill. I totally upgraded with Verizon. Everyone gets a free phone with any plan, even if you're already a customer, like me. Now I have Google Gemini. It's like a little glam squad in my pocket. Gemini, what eye makeup goes with this lipstick?
I'd suggest a classic cat eye.
Wow, setting the bar high for daycare pickup. Get in on this.
If you understand that success is built on trusted relationships and dependable performance, Mid-Penn Bank is the right bank for you. We're on a mission to prove that the right bankers can make a big difference. We work harder, we get things done, and we're in your corner. With financial centers strategically located throughout the greater Philadelphia region and new locations in central New Jersey, we're ready to bring you the best in commercial and personal banking. Call or visit us today to connect with a professional Mid-Penn banker. Member FDIC. Go Eagles!
This segment is brought to you by Recovery Unplugged. Welcome back. Joining me now is my in-house fantasy and betting expert, Brad Feinberg. Give Brad a follow on X at Brad's Best Bet. My friend, I know that you're as excited about football as I am right now.
Seth, it's funny. The hardest days of the year at the end of February, beginning of February, when the Super Bowl ends, I wait all these months just to get to this point. I can't wait. Super excited. It should be a great year, and obviously last year, the best.
All right, so let's jump into it. Give me your fades and your plays for week 1.
I'm going to start off with the guys I like, Seth. Love Trevor Lawrence at quarterback. Super cheap this week. Love Trevor Lawrence. Super cheap. Running back wise, Seth, go Chase Brown, Cincinnati Bengals. Mid-price and a game they're a favorite against a bad Cleveland Browns team. Wide receiver, we're going to take a rookie, Ted McMillan of the Carolina Panthers. Super cheap. The 1 week we can get him really cheap, I think is a big game. Defensively, Seth, don't laugh. The New York Giants, but I think their defense is going to be great. Love the Giants defense this week. Cheapest defense on the board. I think they stifle Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. So then I got to start with Jaden Daniels. Most expensive quarterback this week, Seth. I think the Giants defense is going to have enough success against him. I would not pay up for him. Running back wise, Seth, Breece Hall is being priced in the top 10. I don't think he's going to be worth it against a tough Pittsburgh defense, fading him. Wide receiver-wise, Seth, we're going to fade Jaden Reed of the Green Bay Packers. Has a Jones fracture in his foot, trying to play through it. Still being priced as a top 20 receiver. I wouldn't pay up for that. And lastly, Seth, I'm going to fade the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think the Falcons' offense is good. Don't love Tampa Bay's defense. They're priced really high this week. Stay away from Tampa.
All right, lastly, let's do some picks. You got the Cowboys versus the Eagles. You got the Chiefs versus the Chargers. Give me the Ravens versus the Bills and the Lions against the Packers.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the Eagles, Seth. Listen, the nuts, so to speak, in this game would have been taking the Eagles minus 6.5, and which I admit I do have a ticket on the Eagles minus 6.5. It's now up to 8.5, Seth. I think justifiably so. I think the Eagles win this one by double digits. Seth, talking about the Ravens game. Look, Ravens-Bills, what an amazing matchup, right? Two great teams. I just trust the Ravens more. They should have won that playoff game last year, Seth. I'd say the Ravens win this one outright. Give me the Ravens. Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson gets a little bit of revenge. You talk about Green Bay, Detroit, Seth. If Micah Parsons plays, Green Bay's an easy side for me. And lastly, Seth, look, we're talking about the Chargers versus Chiefs. You know, both sides having some tough things happen. Rashawn Slater, the excellent offensive tackle for the Chargers, out for the year. Rashee Rice, top receiver for Kansas City, not going to play. Line sitting 3 points or so for Kansas City. Lean Chiefs here, Seth. I think the Chiefs get it done. Close game, but how can I fade the Chiefs right now in a close game when the line's so low? I think Kansas City gets the win against the Chargers.
All right, my friend, it's always a pleasure. Glad to have you setting the stage for our bettors. I look forward to another stellar NFL season as well as a great year for our birds. When I come back, we'll wrap the show up with my thoughts and predictions for Week 1, Cowboys Eagles, Thursday Night Football at Lincoln Financial Field. Since 1893, Weber Display and Packaging has been Pennsylvania's leading manufacturer of corrugated packaging and displays. We're family owned with 4 Philadelphia locations, 2 converting facilities, a warehouse, and a fulfillment center. Designed through delivery, we exceed customer needs. Weber Display and Packaging. Our core values drive everything we do. Come join our team.
Gentlemen, are you ready for a wardrobe update? Introducing Divine Nine's Custom Menswear, your clothier for truly unique, custom-made threads. With Divine Nine, you can design your own one-of-a-kind suit, jacket, slacks, shirts, golf pants, and shorts, perfectly handcrafted by our skilled artisans who will bring your vision to life. Prepare to stand out from the crowd with Divine Nine's Custom Clothier, official clothier of Seth Joyner. Custom clothing made for you.
I know what you're thinking. Total glow up. What's her secret? Fine, I'll spill. I totally upgraded with Verizon. Everyone gets a free phone with any plan, even if you're already a customer, like me. Now I have Google Gemini. It's like a little glam squad in my pocket. Gemini, what eye makeup goes with this lipstick?
I'd suggest a classic cat eye.
Wow, setting the bar high for daycare pickup. Get in on this.
There's a number on the screen.
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 There is a number on the screen.
There's a number on the screen.
There's a number on the screen. There's a number on the screen.
At Revolution X, we know that fortunes are made in times of uncertainty. Are you selling your investment real estate? Are you interested in deferring your tax with a 1031 exchange? At RevX, we're experts in 1031 exchange planning and the use of passive real estate options using DSTs. Not in the midst of an exchange and want to invest in real estate but don't know where to start? Revolution X has institutional grade real estate options for any size investor right now. Set up a consultation at RevXWealth.com. RevX, defer the tax, maximize the gain.
This segment is brought to you by Weber Display and Packaging. Welcome back. After a historic 18-3 Super Bowl season, the Eagles recalibrate and set their sights on the 2025 season with the opportunity to go back-to-back as they chase Super Bowl 60. If there's anything I know about Philadelphia and its fans, you expect your team to soar again this year. I get the sense that the organization, coaches, and players expect nothing less themselves. The more you win, the more you expect to win, and that appetite is simply insatiable. Howard has built a potent roster, and now it's time for Sirianni to bring them together and guide them forward. Offensively, the sky's the limit. They're stacked, well experienced, and their confidence has to be off the charts after claiming the throne as king of the NFL mountain. The linchpin, of course, will be the O-line, Jalen, and Saquon, in my opinion. It'll be hard for Saquon to replicate what he did last year. Don't get me wrong, I didn't say impossible, but hard given his workload. I look for A.J. Dillon and Will Shipley to assume some of his combined 378 rushing and receiving touches from last year. The passing game took a backseat to the run game, but I believe that this is the year where Jalen assumes more of a prominent role through the air. Opponents will try to replicate what the Chiefs did to Saquon in the Super Bowl. Each year brings different challenges, and no doubt, new offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo and Nick Sirianni certainly will have prepared for the inevitable. The biggest question mark has to be the defense. Replacing 4 starters, veterans no less, won't be easy. But Vic Fangio worked his magic last year, transforming the 31st ranked defense the prior year into the #1 ranked defense last year. Unheard of. This Eagles defense will enter the season as the youngest unit in the National Football League. That being said, Vic's staff once again will play a vital role in the development of their respective positions. Areas to watch will be defensive tackle, Mora Jomo, Ty Robinson, Jalix Hunt as the full-time starter on the edge opposite Nolan Smith, and how quickly Jahad Campbell adapts and deciphers the defense, and if Zach Bond can replicate his play from last year. My greatest concern, though, will be cornerback Adoree Jackson and first-year starter Sidney Brown at safety. The first 4 games will be the proving ground for many of these young players, but I don't believe Fangio will put any player in a position he didn't believe the guy could get the job done. The offense may very well need to carry the defense until they find their identity and their footing. Listen, they're more than capable. NFC East battles are rarely ever a sure thing, but I got the Birds winning the opener 28-17. That's the show for tonight. Tune in next week as we post-view the Cowboys game and look ahead to the Super Bowl 59 rematch in Kansas City against Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. Have a great evening and be safe, Philly.